And we're on again.
Son of a gun. So we are. Oh, yeah, that's great. Well, how are we going to see you?
I'm going to sit down.
Oh, okay.
Where I can be seen.
Oh, all right.
That's
so
easy.
now I have to look away from the camera to talk to you.
All right.
Staging, David, staging.
Now my head's chopped off.
Well, that's why I think it was better where it was.
All right.
There
Stay
we
with me where it is now.
Yeah. I'm still very much there. This room was full. There were other beings here. I felt it from the time going in, when we called in the directions. There were angels at each. The angels were at each of the quarters. And then as we went into meditation, it became even more full. It almost felt like
Mr. Noodle.
something was trying to come through.
Okay.
Like, hi Norm, was it you? No, it wasn't you. Okay. Yeah, I really felt strongly like something was trying to come through. I was in the stone room, but I kind of morphed into, it wasn't me. I don't know, it's sort of a weird thing when I do the meditation and the chakras light up.
Yeah.
I sort of see myself projected in front of myself against a tree of life, and that's sort of like a projection that I have. The room this time was all the stone was all white, and it was like the granite stone that we have on the altar, the white with the black flecks of Belacula.
Yes.
The stone that the valley is made from. It was like that. So it was really highly reflective. Bright. And all the colors, as we were circulating energy, the colors would go around, and they all sort of run together. And then when they get to the top, it's like the white light, but it's many lights, like it's all it's the absence of color, but they're all in there and shining. And then circulating it and putting it through the fountain, they were just like pinging off the walls and circulating down, and all the different rivulets of color were coming down, and they were all like diamond flecked. And then as the room got darker and darker, as I began to move outside, it got very dark, and there were beings with me. I could feel them around me, and I said, "Who are you?" And they said, "We are your guides." And as I stepped out onto this path, I could see the path was like a stone pathway, but there was no light, but I still had the light, the kether above me, this white shimmering light. And as I stepped out, I noticed, I looked down at my hands, and I was glowing. I was this greeny kind of color, this green sort of,
energy,
and I stepped, and as I stepped out, my feet were green, my body was this glowing green. And I said, well, why is my body, like, why don't I have a light? And they said, you have a light. That's the light of your wisdom. It goes before you. And that's what it's lighting your path. So we were going down this path, and in the distance, I just kept like asking questions of these entities, like, who are you? And just, you'll come to know us was all that I would get. And then go down a few more steps, and, well, but who are you? And then one would step forward and say, you know me, and put its arm like on my shoulder, and would sort of show me its face, but not really, just kind of, and I got this feeling like, yes, I do know you. And we kept going down the path, and then there was a light in the distance, and I said, well, I knew that I had to go to the light. So we went down this path, and it was, well, what's holding me back? And it said, you'll find the answers. And there was this light, but it was up higher, and I had to climb this ladder, and I didn't want to climb the ladder. I got frightened. I sort of pulled back, like this was all great, but now what's up there? Because it was a light, but it was like darkness and just a hole. And I knew that I was going to have to come up through something to get to that light. And I felt afraid to do that. Like, I'm not ready for this, was sort of the feeling. And just that your wisdom lights your path. You'll be fine when when you go through there, your light will shine, will become apparent. And then that was sort of the spot I was at, was the sort of, shall I go up the ladder or shouldn't I, when the meditation ended.
Okay.
The meditation ended there with some strange language.
Oh yeah,
It was some kind of weird cat language. I was like, well, okay,
Yes,
I guess I'm sort of back
that
now,
was
but
Norman, yes.
yeah, but it was Norman. That was sort of funny words he was saying though. So yeah, that was interesting, and I got a real strong feeling like there was a channel coming through, there was a few times where I almost felt like I was going to start speaking, like I was going to start talking.
Well, if that happens in the future, go for it.
Well, it was just a feeling like words were gonna, like.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Maybe. Oh, that's Liam.
No, well,
Here.
here.
Whoop. Hi, we're answering.
Let it answer on there. You can't do it both.
No. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, I've got you. Hang on.
We gotta unmute you.
We have to unmute you. Whoops. Hang on. Almost. There. Can you hear us now? Oh,
We
okay.
can't hear him very well.
No. I'm trying to turn it up, David. See? There we go. There. Now speak, Liam.
Can you hear me now?
Very well.
I can hear you now.
Very well.
Yeah, we're well, if you heard us earlier, then you know that we're discussing what our meditations were. So,
Well, I
glad that.
recorded the thing, but I couldn't get in touch with either of you after, and there was no second video, so I just.
Oh, there is.
There is. We're in the midst of taping the second video right now.
Really, because I couldn't call it up.
Try a reload try a
I did
reload
that. Hang on.
on Serendipity. We'll be there.
I hope so. We are there.
Yeah, we should be there.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, I got to talk about mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
A lot. Anyway, I just I'm trying to remember my meditation right now, and there was a lot of light during the middle pillar, and a lot of energy, and I was in this sort of space where, but I was like alone in this cabin, or I was this other being in this cabin or this space. And I just thinking, well, yeah, I'm hermiting. That's just the norm in here. It's hermiting. And I got a sense that of like these yods as seeds of things of manifestation. So I read about that, yods as seeds of manifestation. We read about that, whatever the heck that means. It seems, but I think I really got a better understanding of these yods as seeds of manifestation, and the idea that, which I found really interesting in the reading when I was trying to meditate upon, is that, okay, we talk about being in the Tifreth, the solar plexus chakra in this system is like the Christ consciousness. It's compassion. It's like this higher perspective, and it's supposed to be in that solar plexus chakra where we connect to our higher self, or in the Golden Dawn, it's called the HGA, the holy. Everybody's got a holy guardian angel, which is their higher self. Blavatsky called it the reincarnating monad, that it's a soul, a spiritual entity being that is the spiritual being that is deciding what incarnations to take. This is a being that is yourself. It's yourself that is, but it is also but not that it is, but it is not more than self. It is part of the capital S self. But you are also all these other beings having all these other lives through time and space, and all connected to this self.
Right.
But the reading is saying that this path is sort of beyond that higher self. It is the connection of that higher self to divinity, to beyond the abyss, to the Kether,
right,
to primordial energy. So here I'm sort of trying to reside in this being that is kind of a higher self being, or kind of at least a more from that chakra of compassion and self-awareness. And this idea that that when we change our lives, when we make things really happen from a higher perspective of life. Oh, what happened, God? From that higher perspective is that we can create change in our life, but we create change in our life from these yods come, this like spiritual energy comes and kind of seeds our life. So this idea of spiritual energy seeding our life, that helps it to kind of change or evolve or grow.
right.
What does it say our video has ended?
I don't know, so I'm just looking here.
That's weird. Should be going good.
Hope so.
So, And then, like, I was just there, and I was this other being, and I was there, and it was like trying to contemplate these ideas, and I really didn't get a heck of a lot. And then I got this idea of again, sort of prayer as a way of kind of opening these channels to this higher energy, because we're talking about achieving energies and a consciousness which is even that is sort of bringing more into kind of our higher self,
Right.
into our life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the whole Shura Ma stuff started up. The whole Brotherhood of the Diamond Light stuff started up again in my meditation, and this whole kind of like from this lamp to this diamond to this whole kind of opened up, and it was like wind and coming through this like diamond shape. So it makes two things. One thing for sure means it's telling, I think we want to, while we're doing this path working and climbing the tree and exploring the whole tree up and down, that we should maybe take some days, and maybe even if it's a Tuesday once in a while, and do a diamond light thing. You got to do that again. That's what it's telling me.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I really felt, like I told you, like when we used to do the diamond light thing, I really felt this room was full. There were beings here. And, you know, when we used to do the diamond light, it was the same. There were
beings,
energies here.
Intelligences.
Yes, that were joining us. And they're like, hello, we are here.
Yeah.
You know me. And I think this consciousness, this higher guardian angel thing, that really spoke to me when you were saying that about it, that was when I was saying that was me but not me, that I was glowing, that was another
that's
me,
a version of you,
or
you infused with that higher version.
Yes, yeah, and trying to go up to this light, which was above I felt like a darkness, and having to go through this portal to raise up to it was important, because it was different on the other side. I knew it was different.
So is that
there.
the Kabbalistic abyss, crossing the abyss to the higher light?
I don't know.
The Kether light?
I don't know. But there's something going on there.
In which case that ladder could very well be something to do with the High Priestess path.
Yeah. That's interesting, hey?
Yes. And once again, more questions and more stuff to do.
Oh, yeah. So much stuff to do, but it's really exciting. Like, it was a little bit, this feeling that I was going to start to speak. It really felt sort of the feeling that I would get when I would go to church and do this intercessory prayer, where you sort of amp up and something comes through, and it really felt like that.
Yeah.
So
get ready.
Yeah,
it
was there. Like it was there. And I even at one point I felt myself, because I was feeling, I guess there was some slight anxiety there, because the unknown, that bit of me, like, what's happening here? And you get this feeling like, am I coming back, or am I going? Like, and if I go, where am I going? I actually tapped my finger on my leg.
Yeah.
just to be, okay, I have an awareness. I'm here. It's okay. It's okay. I can do this. You know.
Totally left my body.
Yeah. Sort of like that self-hypnosis thing where if you can,
Yeah.
if you're under hypnosis, if you can just keep connected to a body movement so that you know that, okay, I can come back. So I'm still in control. Yeah. Because you know me, you know those Virgos, they don't like to relinquish control.
Let go!
No.
Let it go! Surrender!
The Gemini says, let go. The Virgo says, no. Anyways, I guess that probably silliness draws to a close.
Yes,
and if anybody has clear skies tonight, try and get out there and see the Perseids, the meteor shower.
Meteor shower tonight.
And tomorrow night. The peak tonight, tomorrow night. Okay? Have fun, guys. Let us know what's going on with you. And now we'll go to chat.